impacted by a professional who is basically working in this industry for more than 12 years. He has a diversified experience in sectors like education, edtech, information technology, e-commerce, capital goods segments, both in B2C and B2B categories. Now, he's currently associated with MET Education Group as Associate Director, Digital Marketing, a growth marketer with expertise in end-to-end management of digital marketing campaigns related to sentiment building, audience engagement, revenue generation, and growth optimization through the efficient use of content, analytics, and technology. Leading digital marketer for 6 MET universities in India, 4 MET institutions abroad, including San Francisco, Singapore, Mauritius, and Nairobi, and a chain of MET preschools, MEO. In India, currently handling a team of 10 resources, including digital marketers, social media officers, content writers, and graphic designers. So everybody, please welcome Mr. Sunil Barsaiyan for a technical online session. Put your hands together for this technical session. Thank you. Can you please connect the online session?
Thank you, ma'am, for the introduction, and a very good morning, everyone.
Hello, everybody. So there is this little bit of technical glitch that I'm sure you would have observed when online classes were going on during COVID. So we have 10 minutes. The good thing is that you get 10 minutes with me. So I was hoping a little bit of cheer at least. Anyway, no problem. See, today we have come to the 5th day of this certification program. So it's always, beginnings are always fun and exciting and happy, and endings are slightly nostalgic. Yeah, that's correct. But this could be a new beginning. See, we have a limitation of time. So we could not have everybody up there and talk about their experience and how was these 5 days, but then you get a chance now. So anything other than the 3 people that we would be having on stage to talk about their experience, whoever wants to share anything. How were these 5 days? So when you came here, what was your opinion of journalism and mass communication? And what do you think about it now? And what all practical workshops you did? Which one do you like the most? What did you learn? How was it? Anything you want to share? The mic is here. You can raise your hand and you can talk. And we are expecting some volunteers because other than that, then I'll call some names. Which naam to yaad hoye gaye? Casually, yeah. Somebody is raising hand there at the back. You want to talk? Love को mic दो. Love बताओ. सारे सेशन में बहुत बोल रहे थे, अब नाम पे टाइम बताओ. खड़े हो जाओ. आप बारे में बताओ, इस स्कूल के बारे में बताओ, and then you can talk about it.
My name is Love. I have completed my studies in CMS, RM1, and I want to be a part of media agency. So my leader ने बताया कि यहाँ पर सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स चल रहा है, तो पार्ट लोअर्स में समझो क्या होता है, so I took the part in that and मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखी यहाँ पे actually मैंने सारे उसमें पार्ट लिया, ठीक है, तो आपने वीडियो में सीखा, तो I tried to speak and like give all the things, but कहीं ना कहीं लैग कर गया था मैं, तो आपने मुझे चीज सिखाई, तो I was very happy और उस चीज से मैं सीखा हूँ और आगे भी उसका ध्यान रखूंगा. और सेकेंडली मैंने एक्ट किया था फिल्म एक्टिंग, उससे मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड हुआ एंड आई थिंक कि मैं आगे भी कुछ ना कुछ कर सकता हूँ उसके रिलेटेड. एंड और भी चीजें हैं, मैं नए रोज में
That's wonderful. And we have lovely training in filmmaking, acting, because that is something not many universities are teaching at undergraduate level. But if you decide.
A very good morning, everyone. Apologies for delay in this session, and I can see many faces here, and I hope that we all have a good breakfast today. So my name is Sunil Barsaiyan, and today I will be talking about introduction to digital communication. So before I jump to today's discussion, quick applause for the organizing team for organizing such an incredible program throughout this week. And my gratitude for Dr. Johari for extending this invitation to me to conduct such an important discussion during the last day of this program. So thank you, sir. I am quickly sharing my screen, and we will be talking about the agenda of today's discussion. Uh, Let me know if my screen is visible to everyone. So, I mean, you can confirm. Introduction to digital communication. So, in today's discussion, we will be talking about the overview of this subject without going into the specifics of digital media marketing, because it's a vast ocean. So because of the time limitation, because of the theme of this particular session, we will be having only the overview to develop a basic understanding for this domain. Because you guys, since just starting your career, you are looking for opportunities, avenues to build your career. So it is fine to have a basic understanding of this domain. So here we go. It all starts with communication. So when we say digital communication, the bottom line is communication. So what is communication? You were talking to your friends, right? That's communication.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Your screen is not visible.
Is it not visible? Just a moment. I'm so sorry for that. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. So when we say digital communication,
Please make it full screen in slideshow view.
I cannot see. Is it full screen now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, guys, when I say digital communication, the bottom line is the communication part, which is essentially transfer of messaging from one person to another. We call it sender to receiver. So it's a communication. You were talking to your friends. You were talking to Alicia. Alicia was talking to you. It's all communication, right? So when I say digital communication, so the entire messaging is happening over the digital ecosystem. So you post a lot of reels on Instagram, you tweet, you put a lot of post on LinkedIn, right? So it's all digital communication. You are communicating via digital mediums, right? So the bottom line for digital communication is this: one is the communication part, other is the digital channels. So these are the two important elements of digital communication. Here is a quick and very basic example from a layman perspective. We see newspaper, we see a e-newspaper. So newspaper represent a regular communication, and e-newspaper represent a digital communication where you are consuming news via your electronic gadget, via going to some website. So it is happening on a digital ecosystem. So we call it digital communication. Now, what are the advantage of digital communication? Why people are actually doing the digital communication? First is speed and efficiency. So you can access any information in a as quickly as possible. It is as efficient as a regular communication. It is accessible and convenient. So if you, even if you are sitting in your home, you can access your online notes. You can access, you can attend this webinar also from your home via Zoom. So it is very accessible and convenient, cost effective. So since there is no physical transfer of things happening, so it is very cost effective. So for example, sending a newsletter is far more cost effective than sending a physical postcard, right? Because it does not involve any physical thing here. So it is very cost effective. Fourth is enhanced collaboration. So using digital communication, a team can collaborate. For example, there is a tool called, maybe a simple example is WhatsApp group. where you have your family, you can discuss a number of things about an upcoming family event, about some outing. So it actually facilitates collaboration. Rich media content through digital mediums, you can transfer rich media content like videos, like high resolution images, like a brochure, which is uh, possible but not effectively possible through a regular communication medium. Global reach. So through digital communication, you can have a global reach. Simple example here is that you post a reel and you see that there are 1,000 views, 5,000 views. So it is actually reaching to a lot many people. So it has an advantage of enhanced reach for your communication. Seventh point is the automation and integration. So digital communication mediums can be integrated with other tools as well, right? So for example, I am joining this session sitting in Noida using a Zoom platform, but this session is actually being broadcasted on a larger screen in your auditorium. So this is the automation and integration that is happening. So this is easy for everyone. Eighth point is data analytics and insight. So digital communication gives a lot of sense of the analytics also. So for example, if I have a website, through analytics I can see that how many people come to my site, what kind of content they are consuming. So this is the advantage of digital communication, that you can actually track the behavior of the user, which is not possible through a regular communication medium. For example, uh, a newspaper. So once a newspaper is circulated, the publisher cannot see whether somebody has read that newspaper or not. But if a e-newspaper is there, then through analytics it can be seen that how many people have opened that e-newspaper, what time they have spent reading the newspaper. So that analytics and insight part is there with the digital communication. Storage and retrieval. So all the digital communication things can be stored and retrieved at any point of the time. uh, Example is your Gmail. So if you want to retrieve an email sent in the year 2020, that can be easily retrieved. But if somebody says that uh, you have sent me a handwritten postcard in 2021, can you retrieve it? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. So through digital, retrieval and storage is very easy. And 10th point is environmental friendliness. So since there is no exchange of physical goods involved, so the impact, the environmental footprint also get minimized. Definitely, uh, use of internet, use of electricity has its own impact on the environment. But if you compare it with the regular communication and see the impact of both the communication on the environment, then definitely digital is more effective. So here are few examples of digital communication. Now, category of digital communication. So there are basically, the digital communication has been classified into two broad categories. First one, person, from one person to another person or persons. So you are talking to your friend is a person to person communication. You are talking to a group of friends sitting on this auditorium is also a person to person communication. But if a business or brand communicates something to you, it's a brand to person communication. So you see a lot of ad on TV, you see a lot of ad on Facebook, on Instagram. It's a brand to person communication. So this is the second type of communication. And if you talk about uh, your career, if you talk about uh, growth prospect, we are more focused towards brand to person communication, because at the person to person communication, it is your own choice what you want to communicate, whether your close friend is reading, not reading. But when it comes to brand to person communication, everything changes drastically. So there are a lot many elements come into the picture. So in this presentation, we will be focusing more into business to person communication. Now, when there is digital communication, so to take this communication forward, essentially there are digital media, right? So if you want to communicate something via digital, you need to have a media channel. So what are those media channels? First one is the social media, very popular. Search engine, Google, Yahoo, Bing, these all are search engine. Emails, you receive a lot of emails, emails from Zomato, Swiggy, emails from Blinkit, Zapto, these are email communication. Online ads, when you go to some website like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Times of India, you see a lot of display ads over there. These all are online ads and a form of digital communication. App messages, WhatsApp, uh, other apps. So whatever we do on our messengers like Google Meet or Gtalk, these all are app messages. Discussion forum, so Quora, discussion forum like Ambition Box, these are all discussion forums. Videos, YouTube, TikTok for short videos, podcast, audio, images, emojis and icons. So emojis and icons are also a form of communication because they also represent something. So consider a situation that on WhatsApp, when somebody says good morning, we send them a thumbs up or a smiley face. So you are also communicating in some way that yes, you are happy, you are supporting this, you are unhappy. So it is also a form of communication. Now, as I have mentioned that today we will be just focusing on the business to person communication. So when it comes to brand, there are broadly three types of communication medium. First one is the paid media. So what is paid media? Paid media, when a business pays to some media channel to enhance its reach. So for example, Amity is doing an advertisement on a website called Siksha.com. So for Amity, Siksha.com is a paid media, owned media. So for Amity, so these are few examples of paid media. So display advertisement on our news website, search engine advertisement. So when you go to Google, search anything, you see top 2, 3 results as an sponsored, right? So these are the search engine ads. Then you have social media ads, a lot of ads on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Then you have video advertisement. So you see skippable ads on YouTube. So these all are the paid media channels. Then we have owned media. So what are owned media? All the assets owned by the brand itself. So here is an example of Amazon where they have one website and a mobile app. So both of these channels are owned by Amazon. So these are called the owned media of Amazon. So for Amity, Amity has a university website. So that website is our owned media. We own that media. Then we have earned media. So what is earned media? Earned media is a free of cost publicity for us. So customer reviews, you buy something from Amazon, put a review there. So if you put a good review there, it's a earned media for the brand. If somebody is talking about me on a news channel interview that, for example, there is a topic that future of AI in education. If somebody is mentioning about Amity, what Amity is doing in AI, that's a earned media for me. Social media engagement. If I post something on social media, somebody likes it, shares it, comment on it, it enhances the reach of my communication and it's a earned media for me. I haven't paid anything for it, but still getting a lot of reach. So it's a earned media for me. Now, measurement of communication. So now as a brand, I have done everything. I have put social media post, I have done advertisement on search engine, I have put video ads on YouTube. But what is the efficacy of this communication? How do I measure that whether this communication is working or not, whether this is yielding benefit for the brand or not? So here are a few matrices that brands or businesses usually track. Users. So if I have a website, I will see that whether there are any users on the website or not, whether people are coming to my website or not. Then engagement. If I am using social media, for example, Facebook, if I am putting a post there, I will see हम देखते हैं कि whether we are getting like or not. लोग कहते हैं ना कि पोस्ट डाल दिया यार like तो आ ही नहीं रहे. So that like, that comment, that share is the engagement for the brand. So that represent the effectiveness of the communication. If the communication is good, people will share it, people will like it, and my engagement will increase. So engagement is one of the matrices that actually represent the effectiveness of a digital communication. Then visits, as I mentioned, users. So that users coming to website is called visit. Then views, video views. We all say that Insta में video डाल दिया, reel डाल दिया, पर views कितने हैं? 10 views, 100 views. So this views actually represent that people are actually liking my communication, my digital communication. Clicks. If I put an ad on Times of India, I will see that how many people have clicked on that ad. If people are clicking that ad, it means they are liking my communication. They want to explore more about my brand. That's actually one of the measurement of my communication. And time spent. So if I have a blog, if I have a website, I will see that yes, people are coming to my website, but what time they are spending on my website? Are they just coming and going? They are bouncing, or they are spending good time, 3 minutes, 2 minutes reading my content, consuming my articles. So that time spent also represent the effectiveness of my digital communication. So how actually we measure these matrices? So at the back end, we as a brand employ certain digital media analytics tools. So what these tools actually do, they track user behavior and user interest. So what user behavior implies? User behavior implies that if they are coming to my site, whether they are staying on my site or just bouncing, on which pages they are coming, from which sources they are coming. For example, my ad is running on Times of India, Hindustan Times, Dainik Jagran. So this analytic tool will tell me that among all these channels, among all these three channels, which channels are actually sending traffic or users to my website. So these analytics tools actually track sources as well. Now user interest. Now once a user is into my site or my blog, now what kind of content they are consuming? Are they just coming to the home page, or they are going to a different page? Are they going to the education page? For example, on Amity Lucknow website, there are different pages, pages related to various programs offered by the university, pages related to this summer camp. So this analytic tool will tell me that where actually users are going. If the users are going on program pages, I will put more focus on those pages. If user are going to pages related to images, photography, I will put more images there. So it will, as a brand, it will help me to further improve my website. So these analytic tools are actually giving a lot of intelligence to the brand. And as a user, you can also employ these analytic tools which are freely available. So some of these tools are Google Analytics, very popular. All the brands use Google Analytics. So it actually tracks user journey across the internet. So if I implement Google Analytics on my blog, on my website, it will give me a complete picture of what is happening, who is coming, who is going, what they are consuming, and it's free of cost, the best part. Second one is that at the platform level, whether it's Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, TikTok, all these platforms offer their insights. So if you are a content creator, you can just go to the insight section of Instagram or Facebook and see what is the effectiveness of your content. For example, if you're putting some reels, how many people have watched that reel, what is the engagement looks like, what are the sources where exactly they have discovered your reel. So all these analytics are freely available, and which actually help to understand the user behavior and their likeliness. And that's how, as a brand, as a person, you can improve your digital communication, right? So we have a lot many social media platforms, and every social media platform comes with a specific object. So what we do, usually what we do, we create one reel, we put it on Facebook, we put it on Insta, sometimes we put the same on maybe on LinkedIn as well. But that's not the right approach. So every content has its own strength. So Twitter, for example, is for content marketing. So Twitter is called as a content network where people connect with each other on the basis of the content. They essentially do not know each other. You do not know a person sitting in US talking about mental health. But if you like their content, you are more likely to follow them. So the networking is happening on the basis of the content, right? Second one is the LinkedIn. It is a professional networking. So you connect with various professionals basis their education qualification, basis the kind of work they are doing, their background, not about the kind of content they are creating. So it's a professional networking site. So we should not put TikTok reels on LinkedIn, right? So the objective of using LinkedIn should be different. Facebook, Instagram is social networking. So here you can socialize, you can post your personal pictures, your family events picture, your outings and everything. So here the nature of the platform is quite different. Here you should not talk about your career, your resume. It's more casual in nature. So Facebook and Insta for social networking, then Quora and Reddit for discussion. So Quora and Reddit is another discussion forum where people go and get answers to their queries. So there are a lot of users which those actually help other users to get answers to their queries. So these two platforms are specifically for question and answers. YouTube and TikTok for videos. So YouTube for long format of videos and TikTok for short format. So these are two platforms for videos and Pinterest for photographs. So Pinterest is not that popular in India, but in countries like US, Germany, Japan, it is as popular as Facebook and Instagram. So you will find a great repository of pictures here. People click some beautiful pictures, put them on their Pinterest boards in the form of pins. So this channel is also great for accessing a lot of pictures. Now, since we are talking about digital communication, and this is a little off topic, so I thought just to include a few slides for digital footprints. So this is very important actually, and I'll tell you why. So first of all, what is digital footprint? So whatever you do on internet, you leave a footprint behind. For example, you put a Facebook comment. As a comment, you are leaving a footprint and which cannot be erased. If you go to a website, you leaving a footprint in form of your IP information on that particular website. It's a footprint, cannot be erased. So whatever activities you do on internet, it leaves a footprint and that cannot be erased. This is the bottom line. Second one, there are two broad classification of digital footprints. First one is the active digital footprints and another one is the passive footprints. So what is active? Whatever you do intentionally on internet, leaving a social media comment, liking something, sharing something, talking about something, are the examples of active digital footprints. So your activities actually define the active digital footprints. What are now passive digital footprints? It is unintentional in nature. Example is you went to some website, consumed the data and came back. You left your footprint there in the form of cookies, your IP information. So it is actually came from your behavior. It remains at the back end, not at the front end, but it is also a kind of digital footprints. Now what happens? What are the outcomes of footprints? So there are two outcomes. First, I'll talk about the implications. So there are in a broad category, there are four implications. First one is the societal implications. So your digital footprints actually creates your perception and reputation. So for example, if you leave a bad comment on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, it will actually allow someone to perceive about you, what kind of person are you, and build your reputation. So this is the societal impact of digital footprints. Second one is the legal implication. So for example, if you are putting some bad comment, something defamatory, derogatory, so that has some legal implication also. And in many countries, people are even jailed for putting bad comments on social media, for trolling people, for harassing people through their comments, through their post on social media. So those have legal implication. Third one is the professional implication. A lot of many companies, even in India, if you apply for a job, if you apply for internship, they do the background check along with your checking your digital footprints. They screen your social media profiles. They ask for your social media handles. They screen a third party agency through a specialized tool. They screen your social media profiles, what kind of comments you put, and they profile you accordingly. So it actually impacts a lot of professional growth opportunities for you. And the last one is the personal implication. So this is actually at a family level, at a relationship level. If you put bad comment, that can actually impact your personal relationship, your family relationship. So these are the broad implication of having digital footprint. So we need to be very mindful in whatever activities we do on internet, because in India we still don't have the right to be forgotten like the people in Europe have. So in Europe, what happened that if you want to erase your digital footprints, you can simply request Google to do that, and it's the part of their legal structure. So in India, still we don't have this right to be forgotten. So whatever you're doing on digital, it will remain there forever. So be mindful in whatever action you do on digital. Now the coming to the outcome of digital footprint. So first one is the positive. So if you do everything good on digital, what should be the possible outcome? So here is one example that Shah Rukh Khan offers job to his fan on Twitter. So what happened, one of the movie of Shah Rukh Khan, one of his fan did editing of the promo video, put himself near to Shah Rukh Khan, and then tweeted this video to Shah Rukh Khan, and he liked the video so much that he offered that student job in the Red Chili's VFX studio in Mumbai. So this is the positive outcome of having a positive digital footprint. Now coming to the negative footprint outcome of a digital footprint, that women loses her internship at NASA after swearing on social media. So putting a bad comment or a defamatory comment can impact you in such a severe way as well. And even a Kerala man fired from Oman job for offensive comment on flood relief. So these are all negative digital footprints, and as I mentioned, that those have the legal implication as well. So everything, whatever you do, is always under the radar of legal authorities. So these all are the digital footprints. So it's always good to be mindful. It's always good to consider these points before we do anything on internet, especially on the social media, because social media as a platform works on a multiplier model, which says that whatever you do on social, it multiplies further. So if you put a comment, it will be shown to your family. If somebody from your family likes it, comments it, it will further shown to their friends, and it's keep on multiplying. So it works on the principle of multiplication. So we need to be very mindful on that front. Now coming back to the topic of today's discussion, and here is the last slide for today: careers in digital media. So now we have a basic understanding about digital media, the digital communication. So it opens a lot of avenues in terms of career, in terms of growth. So first one is the digital marketing opportunities. Post pandemic, almost all the companies are doing digital marketing, online promotion. So it opens up a lot of opportunities for young professionals who are expert in digital marketing, social media management. So all the companies, whether it's education, ed tech, automobile, FMCG, D2C, they all are employing digital marketing professionals. So here are the great opportunities in this field. Then UI UX designer, this is related to user interface and user experience. So whatever you see on Facebook, whatever you see on Amazon app, it is the front end is actually the user interface, which is designed by someone sitting at the Amazon office. So these companies also employ a lot of UI UX experts. Then graphic designing, whatever brands do on social media, on videos front, on Times of India ads, they all need to have graphic designers who can create good ads for them. Then product management, whenever a product, when I say product, it means that a feature, it can be a feature of a social media platform. For example, on Facebook, there is a feature called Marketplace. So it's a product. So to create this product, product managers are required. And this product management field is so huge. Almost all the publishers, .com companies, e-commerce companies, they all employ product managers. Then customer success. So for all the advertisers, all these social media platforms, all the advertising platforms, they offer customer success professionals who can help brands to scale up their play, to enhance their reach further. So they are the in-house experts who help brands to increase their advertising ROIs. Then content writing, definitely somebody from you said that you want to pursue journalism. So at the digital front, content writing is very important because all the engagement, everything is happening through content writing. People consume content, they read articles. So these are the content writers who actually draft, who actually write the original content. Then we have copywriters who actually conceptualize and write some appealing online ads that can draw attention of the users for the brands. And last one is the community builder. So community building is has emerged as one of the fastest growing vertical within digital. So every brand wants to build a community of loyal users, loyal fans. So community building has emerged as an essential field for all the brands who are operating, which are operating in a B2C kind of environment, whether these are banks, e-commerce companies, or some direct to consumer brands. So they all are creating their communities. So that's why they need community builders for them. So these are some of the career opportunities available in the digital marketing field. And through this, I hope that through this session, you guys must have developed a basic sense of understanding for digital media and communication. And further, these individual fields can be explored because, as I mentioned, these are oceans in themselves. These are each of these fields represent one particular industry. So as a career, for career perspective, you can explore these points individually and then take them forward from here. So I want to close this session with this popular quote that the digital age is here and it's an opportunity for everyone. So this is the best time. This is the right time. The world is changing. The chat GPT, the generative AI is here, and everyone is leveraging the power of digital in the best possible way. And down the line, 5 years, what we are seeing tomorrow might be changed completely. So digital will going to evolve everything. The conventional practice, the traditional practice gonna change. So digital is something you guys should definitely explore from the career perspective. Thank you so much. Now, if you guys want to ask question, I am happy to answer all the unique questions so that we can cover as many as possible topics that we can. I cannot hear. Somin, can you see?
Please, Anisha.
Yes.
Unshare the screen.
Yeah, we'll take 2 to 3 questions. Do we have any questions, people?
Yes, okay. Any questions on digital marketing, basics of digital marketing? You need to ask.
Anything you want to understand about your career perspectives?
No one?
Are you guys overwhelmed with the pointers that I have raised? Is it too much for you to have?
Yes, we have.
Please pass on the mic.
Yeah, please pass on the mic.
Good, good morning, sir. Actually, I wanted to ask that other than paid advertisements, is there like any other way to promote your content on Instagram other than paid advertisements? Like by using hashtag or any way, any other way?
All right, good morning. So good question here. And yes, definitely. Paid advertisement is for the enhanced reach, right? If you want to reach beyond your follower base, then people actually employ the paid methods for that. Hashtag, as you have mentioned, are definitely the right way to scale your organic reach. So we say two type of reach. One is the organic reach, other one is the paid reach. When I say organic reach, it is the reach which you are getting without using any paid medium. So use of hashtag, because Instagram as a platform give a lot of importance to hashtags, right? So using the right hashtag is very important, both in terms of getting good reach and also to grow your follower base. To use the right hashtag plus tag the right people. So for example, if you are talking, if your niche is maybe photography, try to use the right hashtag plus try to tag right people, because tagging right people, so at the back end how they work, they actually see if you are right, if you are tagging the right people, it means that you are not spamming people, right? And these platforms are very particular about spamming. They follow a no spamming policy. So it is very important to tag the right people. So they see that you are doing the right hashtagging, you are tagging the right people. So automatically over the time, they start enhancing the reach of your content. And once it start enhancing, it automatically goes into an auto drive mode. So hashtag and tagging the right people are the two ways for the organic reach.
We have one more question.
Sure,
Good morning, sir. Sir, I want you to ask how does Sir, I want you to ask how does one get to know which is the best career option for them as in like digital marketing? What if one is interested in actually promoting or also is good in content?
Uh, see, to answer your question, I would say that every option is a good option. This is one. Uh, before opting any career option, first of all, the first step is to access your own personality. So if you are good at telling story, then I will say that you should be a content marketeer. If you love data, then you should go into data analytics and insight segment, right? If you conceptualize things quickly, if you see things in a different angle, if a different tangent, then you should try social media. So the bottom line here is that first of all, you should be aware of your own personality. So for example, if somebody is a very introvert in nature, and if I ask him to go to a sales job, he will fail, right? Because sales require a different kind of personality trait altogether. So same applies with digital. These are different fields. If you are creative in nature, maybe you can go for graphic designing. If you are good at managing people, maybe should go for community building. So the first thing should come from your own personality. Every career option has its own niche. They all are well paying jobs. They have good growth trajectories. They have good growth opportunities. There is enough space available in the industry to accommodate people with all these skill sets. These all are demanding jobs. But for a long-term career, and for a sustainable career, the first answer I would say that should come from your inner being, that my personality is this, and now this is in sync with my personality, and I should do this. So this is my answer.
Good morning, Sunil ji. I
Good
just
morning,
want
sir.
to hello and thank you very much because the students may not be knowing that this particular initiative which we have taken for a week-long summer school certification program, Sunil has been uh, the main person sitting at the chairman's office who has pushed through this program always. And we can only say that based on our experience in last 5 days, and you will be getting the feedback from the students also, the participating students. It has been a very good effort, and I'm sure we will have many more such initiatives with your guidance and support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for all your efforts. And I'm sure that this entire 7 days program must have added a lot of value for the students, and they are going back with a lot of learnings, and this will help them to choose the right career moving forward.
Thank you, Sunil sir, for an insightful session on digital marketing and communications. Perhaps our students are sinking in with all the in-depth understanding that you gave on the topic. Thank you very much for your time. We move
Thank you.
ahead with the session, and the next session that we have today is our very own
I
alumni.
request IT team to please close the session.